Hey y'all, Sopal checking in. What all's going on? Work is work. Um, Funny this situation. Instead of idling back, it seems more along the lines of stuffing the same amount of work that I was getting done over a certain span of time, that is 5 days, is merely getting condensed into 4. I reckon I should have seen that coming, but I'm still going to call it what I calls it because it feels better that way. Hunting season for me is right around the corner. Been taking some footage and posting it. Trying a little bit more this year to take more pictures of the club, of us, because in all the years that I've been hunting, I got pictures of what we're doing, but very few pictures of the group. I think that's something in the long run that I might regret not having. So this year I'm doing that a little bit more, but it's mainly boiling down to being extremely busy, because in a club of 4, 2 of us alone are only making time to get into the woods and do things. And that's a lot for redeveloping 500 acres for hunting. So that's taking up quite a bit of my weekends. My daughter is finishing up her bachelor's degree and looking like she's going to be moving out of state. One of my nephews this last year, he graduated high school, did really well. I may have mentioned that before. And he's working. Looks like he's going to be working full time. I thought at first that he was going to be starting junior college. He's smart enough, and I know some of our mileage may vary as to whether or not a college degree is handy. I don't feel there's anything wrong with having an education. Now, whether that education is manipulated or whatever, I think all of our opinions will vary. And I would also say some of our perspectives on that are valid. I wouldn't want to see anybody go into like serious debt over something that they don't get something out of. And you see a lot of opinions out there about whether or not you are getting something out of school. So there is that. The job that he has, I don't think would serve too terribly much as a career. My other nephew, he's coming up. This is his senior year, and he recently told us that he wanted to have the house up there up north, which, as it goes, his stake in that house is about 1/8 at worst and 1/4 at best, if I'm explaining correctly, as far as if that property were to be liquidated. So he needs to come up with 75% of the difference if that's what he wants to do to keep things fair. So that's kind of rolling in my mind. Meanwhile, the house itself is kind of turning into disrepair. The wife went up there last weekend while I went to the property, and she was doing some cleaning, and my mother-in-law informed her that the stuff she was doing, that she went out of her way about 3 hours to get up there and do, she was asking my nephews to do for the last couple of months. So then I was asked to give the boys, as they call them, a bit of a man-to-man, come-to-Jesus sort of meeting. My wife's mom is getting on, let's see, so she was born in 55, so that makes her 312 years old this year, so they're going to kick in a little bit more. She still hasn't retired, still working full-time. plan was currently, and what she's led to do, is to retire when my youngest nephew graduates high school. So, and he's a little young to say, hey, I want the house, and you know, in a town that, you know, is there actually a future in it? So I got to take him aside and talk about it. I think fishing is a good format for that, but I seldom get time alone with him, so maybe we need to get in the woods. Although it's not particularly their style, but looking sure as shit is mine. One of the going back to the style of getting into the woods, the older person in our club, whose name I thankfully can't say. Lock and load video requirements there for hunters. By the way, if I were to kick the bucket, y'all feel free to name drop my ass first and last. Good luck finding it on LinkedIn. You'll get a kick out of that. But he was born in 1954, which makes him 307 years old. He's got one eye, former Marine, had surgery on his good eye, getting surgery on his other shoulder now. He has this overcomplicated approach to hunting that you see some people take. And it's something that, I don't know, I haven't really been able to express correctly to some of the people I closely share with on hunting here. I don't like the idea of just throwing money at hunting. You know, more along the lines of, I don't know how to put it. Guy buys a truck, he buys a camper. We got a particular feeder. Can't remember the name brand of it, but it's like fucking bear proof, holds 500 pounds of feed, 12 volt system, fucking solar panel on top, just chucking money at it. And he makes the process of going into the woods so fucking complicated that, you know, it takes a logistical team to even get loaded up and going. And it's tricky for him to load up. Talk about one arm, being 317 years old. What are you gonna do with all that, you know? So I gotta find a way to kidnap him, get him up into the woods. This coming weekend, got skeet shooting reserved for Friday. Maybe get there a little bit early, sight in the 30-06, which, fuck, I don't know. It's pretty, I don't know about sighting it in this early. I may not. I don't know about sighting it in this early. Because I want to sight it in for cold shots, and I don't know. Could be something along the lines of going at a time when I can set up, bring in 3 rifles, the 30-06, the 30-30, and the 35 Remington. Now that could be something that potentially I could do, is more the 35 Remington than the 30-06. In review, that's Uncle Artie's old gun. And obviously, if I'm telling you his real name, you know the story behind that. And again, as romantic as it would be to carry that in the woods, I gotta be ready for a 200-yard shot. And speaking of long shots, hopefully last year of the crossbow, shoulders are feeling good following about 3 months of physical therapy, which is good. Avoiding surgery or anything like that. Thankfully, nothing wrong with a rotator cuff, as I suspected. Just tendonitis and a mobility issue, just pulling them shoulders to the front. Yoga's been doing good. Workout's been doing good. And my folks are home from, we got snowbirds. We call them snowbirds down here. They go up north during the summertime. So my folks are down from upstate. So they're home for a few weeks. Then going to be heading back up there for a couple of weeks, and that is that. Been doing the top 500 albums with my good school age friend. I think we're down to album MC5 Back in the USA. I think we're either 50 or 60 albums in. Maybe it's not that many. I should tell you for sure. Toy cars. I don't know. Been looking at slot cars up in or down in over in Pinellas Park. Had to orient myself here. They got these 4.5-inch hard bodies. I think that'll be the route that I'll want to take. They seem to race Monday nights, which is something that I don't think I can swing. Who knows? Definitely don't want to do. They have like this unlimited thing. I swear, those cars on that track are just a blur. And that's the same thing that keeps me from some of the other toy cars, like the racing. It's just, it's too quick for me anymore, hand-eye coordination style. And I mean, where's the fun when they just flat out hold the trigger down and see how the car holds? Now there is the car setup and everything. I do get that. But hell. Back to hunting in the bounce around what's going on. Do have my sights set on a muzzleloader. Looking like a TVA Wolf brake action. Gonna be rocking that. And general gun for us is gonna be a doe month again. So that is it. All right. Thanks for being curious, and catch y'all later as I post.